It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the Commanders' lengthy corner, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Commanders and the Bills, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just in. Allen off the play fake. And right away he lost the football. And fortunately the Bills jump on it and get it back. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. We have to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that when they knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's fielded at the 45. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
Once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 6. They're going to look to throw. Caught on the slant. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Dodson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a give, right side. Drummond, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here in the 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Quick slant finding Claypool. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Robinson up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
You know, he's been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders 1st down. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Intercepted by the Bills.
We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the INT, it's Allen. Incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Allen off the play fake. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 2nd down now, Drummond, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Drummond. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Bills have taken the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run this one right with Robinson to about the 40-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. Gets past one man, and they move this all the way down to the 9. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the grab game and take some pressure. It's quarterback was struggling a little bit.
They're going to look to throw. He's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle they go. Drummond. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And the Bills getting set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Another nice one on a punt as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And here's Hunter Nicewander now. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Back to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, It reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now Allen. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, Drummond. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Allen going to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Drummond. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Allen off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Drummond. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 80-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he stopped immediately there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is solved.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Allen now looks to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it would be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
They'll try and throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bills ready to take over. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's the option. Running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Drummond, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Washington ready to try again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Hand off now to Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Quez Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Allen now on first down. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen to throw once more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Caught right side, Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He's going to keep this again. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some space here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 167 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Robinson. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Toss play to Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out come the Bills. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the sack on first down, Allen. And now here's another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.